Today's Vinyasa yoga session will support the stage 4 task of connecting to your money by solidifying your savings engine. There's a wonderful daydreaming task as part of our efforts as we solidify our savings engine. But during today's yoga session, as you move your body, let's dive into the mind and consider the following question. What is your motivation for saving? What is your magic number? Are you going for financial independence? Are you going for having enough for a specific goal? Remember your why, and let's solidify your motivation to solidify your savings engine as we move our body in yoga today. We'll begin by setting up the breath. Today we're going to try box breathing. First, just sit with the breath. Be aware of your natural breathing pattern. Now let's inhale for a count of 3. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Now hold it at the top for 3. 1, 2, 3. Now exhale for 3. 1, 2, 3. Now hold at the bottom. Hold that exhale out for 3. And again, inhale for a count of 3. Hold at the top. Exhale. Hold at the bottom. Inhale. Hold at the top. Exhale. Hold at the bottom. Now try it for a 4 count. Inhale for 4. Hold for 4. Exhale for 4. Hold. Inhale for 5. Hold. Exhale for 5. Hold. And return to breathing normally. Let's get started. From table, nice straight back, wrists under the shoulders, elbows pointing forward. We'll just lean back into a child's pose. You can take it wide or narrow. If you want something wider, bring the toes together and the knees wider. And then come up, cat. Inhale, cow. Arch the back, look up to the ceiling. Come back to neutral. Child's pose. Breathe. Now come up. Cat. Cow. Neutral. Child. Now come up. Cat. Cow. Neutral. Child. Couple more times. Come up. Cat. Cow. Back to neutral. And child's pose. One more time. Up. Cat. Cow. Neutral. Child. For this child's pose, if you're not already in a wider child's pose, go ahead and widen it out now, and we'll sink down. If you'd like an extra stretch, you can grab your blocks and put your hands on your blocks for a deeper stretch through the shoulders. Or you can use your blocks to support you under the chest. Breathe. Remove your props and come back to a nice neutral table. So from table, we'll take the right arm up for a twist. Arms and legs strong. Come back and thread the needle through for revolved child. You might twist it a little further. Look under the arm. You can support this pose with blocks and bolsters as needed to be comfortable. Breathe. Come up. Bring the arm up one more time for a twist. And down. Let's take the same thing on the left side. Bring the left arm up for a twist. Notice the differences between the right side and the left side. And bring the arm down and through, sinking back into revolved child's pose. You might look under the right arm. Sink it down with each exhale. Breathe. On your next inhale, come up. Take that arm back up. And down. Let's do that again on both sides. Take the right arm up for a twist. Sink it back and through. Breathe. Bring it back up. And down. And on the left side, up. Exhale. Bring it back and through. Sinking a little deeper. Breathe. arm back up, looking to the ceiling if we can, and back down. Let's sink that back into child's pose. Take a moment here to let the back and the hips straighten out. Breathe. And back up to table. From table, we'll tuck the toes and push up into downward facing dog. Adjust the hands. Feet can be close together, or feet can be wider apart. You may need to walk the hands in a little bit closer or a little further. Adjust it as is right for your body today. You might pedal the feet. Get a stretch there in the calves and the hamstrings. Pressing in, hips high. Bending the knees any amount, but at least a tiny amount. On your next inhale, step forward, foot between the hands. Come forward for a forward fold. Hands can be on the ground or clasping the elbows, bending the knees any amount, but at least a little micro bend in those knees. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up, arms out wide, and down to heart center for mountain. As we stand in mountain, feet might be closer together or shoulder width apart. Strong feet, active through the feet, strong quads, strong legs. This is an active stand. Abs are tucked in. Just recognizing where your body is and what it's doing. Grounding into the earth. All right, from mountain, inhale, bring the arms out. Fold forward. Hands to the ground or the shins or the feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Looking forward. Exhale, forward fold. As we inhale, we will step or float back through plank into downward facing dog. Maybe pedal the feet. Adjust the arms as needed. Strong through the fingers, bending the knees any amount. Inhale, come through high plank. Little push up to a cobra or up dog. Down, back through plank. to downward facing dog. Inhale, step forward, forward fold, halfway lift, forward fold, bend the knees, root down, and rise up. Sink into chair. Inhale, up, arms down, back to heart center. Let's do that again. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway, looking forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, step or float back into high plank to downward facing dog. Inhale through plank, little push up to upward facing dog or cobra. Glutes strong. And push back up into downward facing dog. Maybe pedal the feet. Inhale, step forward, forward fold, halfway lift, forward fold. Inhale, arms come up into chair. Inhale, stand up tall, arms come down and back to heart center. One more time. Inhale, arms go high. Exhale, forward fold. Keeping the knees bent at least a little bit or any amount. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, step or float back through high plank into downward facing dog. Hips are high, strong through the fingers. Come through plank. Little push up as we go into upward facing dog or cobra. Glutes are strong to protect the back. And down. Push up through plank. Back to downward facing dog. Inhale. Step forward. Bring the other foot to meet it. Forward fold. Inhale. Halfway lift. Exhale. Forward fold. Inhale. Come up to sink into chair. Feet are strong. Abs are strong. Inhale. Up tall. Arms down. Hands back to heart center. On your next inhale, arms go up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. At least a tiny bend in the knees, but maybe a lot of bend in the knees. And then either float back or step back through plank into downward facing dog. Maybe pedal the feet. Inhale, right leg comes up and forward, bringing the knee through to place the feet between the hands, with the right foot between the hands. Turn that left foot out and come up for warrior. That left foot is at an angle. Right hips or the hips are pointing towards the top left corner of your mat. Adjust your stance here. You might go wider between the feet. Knee is over the ankle. Shoulders are over the hips. Breathe. Open up for warrior two. And straighten the right leg. Now we still want a tiny little micro bend in that right leg. We don't want to overextend, but a nice straight leg as we prepare for triangle. Exhale, over we go. You might, like a block inside the foot. You can play with the different heights of your block. Breathe. Root that right foot down. Push through the right foot to come up. As we might want to bring the feet in a little bit and turn towards that right foot. Perhaps clasping the hands behind. Perhaps the hands on the hips. Or hands out in front of you on a block. We bend forward for pyramid. You can keep the hands behind. You can bring the hands on either side of the foot. You can bring the hands to blocks on either side of the foot. Push through the right foot. Come up. And adjust back into warrior two. From here, we will windmill the arms over for a little lunge, plank, downward facing dog. Now let's take the whole thing on the left side. Inhale, left leg comes up, knee comes through, between the hands, right foot turns out, and come up for warrior one. Check that the knee is over the ankle, shoulders over the hips. Inhale, open up for warrior two. Check your positioning. Hold. Breathe. Now straighten the left leg. You might grab a block. Tiny little micro bend in that left leg Exhale, come over for triangle. Opening those ribs to the ceiling. Rounding through the foot, push up. And then turning the torso towards that front left foot, adjusting the back foot as needed. And we'll prepare for pyramid. Clasp the hands behind you or on the hips or in front of you. Tiny little micro bend in that front leg. And fold forward for pyramid. Noticing the difference between the left side and the right side. Grounding through the left foot. Push the left foot to lift up and back to warrior two. Windmill the arms over. Take a little lunge. Go back for plank and downward facing dog. Inhale. Step forward. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms go out. Push through the feet. Up tall into mountain and hands to heart center. Again. From here, we'll take a step back for more space. We'll bring the right leg up and out straight. Bringing the foot into the crease of the left pelvis here. Pushing into the earth with the left foot for balance. Let the ankle come down, the left thigh, and sit back for figure four. For more challenge here, you can take a rotation or not. You can support yourself with blocks. You can put your hands to the ground. Pushing into the earth with the left foot for stability. And up, down. Shake out that left leg. Ground the right foot. Sometimes it helps to spread the toes a little bit. Left leg goes out. And bring the left foot to the crease of the pelvis. Let the knee drop. Find your stability, find your drishti, find your point of focus. Let the ankle come down the thigh a little bit. And sit down in figure four. Notice the difference between the left side and the right side on this. Often one leg is stronger than the other. Often one leg is better balanced than the other. Just noticing. For a challenge, you can take a rotation over to the right. Or for support, you can put your hands on the floor. Stand up and shake out that right leg. Back to the front of our mat for mountain. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Step or float back through plank into downward facing dog. Take the feet a little wider, and we will come down into table. From here to an easy sit. And then lying down. From here, we'll come up into a half boat. Extend the legs. You can hold behind the calves, behind the thighs, or the toes if you feel ambitious. Breathe. Lower it down, not all the way. Hold. Breathe. Roll it back for a crunch. And down. Again. Grab behind the knees and come up for a half boat. Extend the feet for a full boat. Lower down halfway. Roll back. Crunch. And out long. One more time. Grab behind the knees to come up for a half boat. Extend the legs for a full boat. Halfway down. Roll back for a crunch. And out long, maybe stretch, arms overhead. And back to Shavasana. From here, we're going to take an inversion. We're going to go for a supported shoulder stand sequence. Now, if this is too much, and really listen to your body, if this is not right for you today, then take instead a supported bridge by grabbing a block and going under the pelvis with it, a block or a bolster. So you can do a supported bridge, or you can just do legs up with a strap or using the wall as support. If you'd like to try the supported shoulder stand, we might scoot down a little bit on our mats to give ourselves some space. We'll roll back. Supporting the rib cage with the hands, feet to the ceiling. tucking the head back a little bit to keep the chin away from the throat, away from the chest. Breathe. Then we will slowly rotate the legs back into plow. Take your time. Toes down to meet the ground. Maybe clasp the hands, maybe not. Bring the knees in for a half lotus or lotus. Fold those knees down and slowly roll down. Keeping the legs in half lotus or lotus. As you bring them down, allow that to pull you into fish. You can support your fish pose with a block or a bolster. We'll take just a moment. Extending now the legs and the arms. And down. Scooting ourselves back on to a better position on our mats. From here, we will grab one knee right behind the thigh and come up to seated. And we'll take bound angle. So the feet will be together, the soles of the feet together right in front of us. You can go out further, or you can bring them in closer. You can support this position with blocks under the knees and see how it feels for you today. Reaching the heart forward, hands to the ground or hands on blocks. Folding forward any amount, but reaching with the heart. Inhale, sitting up. And we will put the legs in fire log. That is one stacked right over the other. One shin stacked right over the other. So we'll begin with the left shin stacked over the right and lean forward. Let's see how this stretch feels different. Sitting up, we're going to take that left leg out long. Bring the right leg in with the right foot along the left thigh and forward fold. Grab the foot, grab the toe, grab the shin. You might use a strap or a resistance band around the foot to assist this stretch. Do what works for you today. Release. And we will bring the right knee up nice and tall, but out to the side just a little bit because your chest is going to come in front of it. We bring the left leg in with the left foot right up against the pelvis, right heel right up against the left ankle, or a little bit wider if you need it. And we're going to go forward, wrap the arms around to take a bind, and go even deeper. Breathe. If this is not right for you today, take a bound angle or position of your choice. Unwrap that. Keep the left leg in front. We'll send the right leg out behind you. The left heel will be right in the crease of the right hip. And fold down forward. You can support yourself on your elbows. You might clasp the hands in front of you or not. You might have them flat on the ground. Always reaching forward with the heart. If you need a larger challenge, you can take this left leg and put the shin horizontal on the mat for a greater stretch. Rise up from that one and come back and repeat the sequence on the other side. Back to fire log. The right shin is on top this time. Reaching forward with the heart. Feeling the difference between the right side and the left side. Letting each exhale bring you a little bit deeper if that feels good today. Coming up, stretch the right leg out, bring the left leg in, and fold forward over the right leg, grabbing the toe, grabbing the foot. You can use a strap or a resistance band to help deepen the stretch. Micro bend in the knee as always. Reaching forward from the heart. Bring that up. We'll bring that right leg, the right heel, all the way in to the pelvis, the left heel to the right ankle. It can be out a little further if you want some more space. Reaching forward with the heart and wrapping the arms around to take a bind. If this is too much, choose a different position. Listen to your body and what it wants today. Breathe. Release your bind. Come up. This time we'll send the left leg back. The right heel is right in the crease of the left hip. And lean down over there. You can support yourself on your shoulders. If you like, you can stretch out further or not. And if you want that greater challenge, you can always take this shin and place it horizontally across the mat for the same move in a deeper stretch. And breathe. When you're ready, come back up to sitting. Inhale, we'll take the arms up and open up to the right for a twist. Hands can be on the ground or left hand to right knee. Maybe looking behind you. Arms go up, inhale. Twist over to the other side. Maybe looking behind. Back to center. And down. Legs out straight. Arms at your sides. Coming into Shavasana. Shoulder blades tucked under. You might like a pillow or a bolster under the knees for comfort, or under the head, or nothing at all. Legs can fall to the sides a little bit. Hands can be at your sides or resting on the belly. This is your time to integrate your practice. What you noticed today. What came up for you today. When you're ready, start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Remove any props or pillows. Maybe roll the wrists and the ankles. Start to move the arms and the legs. Maybe take the arms up for a stretch. And roll over to one side for a rest. Just a moment while you get your bearings. Extend the top leg out and push up to a seated position. Thank you for joining me today. The love and the light and the teacher in me honors that in you. Namaste.